Scott, thank you for joining us. An exciting league game to look forward to this weekend for the first time in a while, it feels like, against Crewe. Can I get your thoughts into that one?
Yeah, game we're looking forward to. Tough game, obviously. You know, they've had a great start to the season. They sit fourth in the table. Lee's done a fantastic job there. Be a tough game, and you know we've watched them at length. We're not really sure what they're going to do in terms of their shape. The last game they played a back four. Before that, they were quite successful with a back three. So we're kind of covering all bases with that. But yeah, we're looking forward to the game. You know, we're at home. We're in good shape. So yeah, game we're looking forward to.
Yeah, and it must be exciting to get back to league action. We spoke a lot at the start of the month of how it's going to be such a busy month, and then that postponement against Morecambe sort of threw us off of, you know, the continuous league games. So it must be, yeah, really looking forward to getting back to, you know, actual league football.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, it's our bread and butter. It's what we're here for. We want to do well in the league this year, and we have done well. We've got to now maintain a good start and really kick on. But yeah, like I say, we're excited for the game on Saturday.
Yeah, and I suppose one of the bonuses is one of Crewe's biggest threats this season has been Jack Power, a player that you obviously coached a lot at the end of last year. So it'd be good to see him, but always, you know, making sure that we know what he's capable of as well.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, we like Jack. You know, Jack's a good guy, you know, a good footballer. We've actually got a section on him, how dangerous he can be in the meeting. So the players will be aware of that, obviously. But we feel we've got our own threats as well. We feel that we've got our own players that can open them up and be good with the ball and make sure that we have enough goal scoring opportunities in order for us to win the game.
Yeah, a lot of the players have had plenty of rest over the last couple of weeks. From that Wrexham game, I say past couple of weeks, past week or so, from that Wrexham game, it must have been good to, you know, sort of get some rest. I know you were pretty keen on that, weren't you?
I think it was important. You know, it's a difficult industry that we're in. You know, we're sort of like game after game, and you know, there's been times when we've got in through our front doors at, you know, early hours of the mornings, and it's been tough on the players, and it is a tough industry. And when you get an opportunity to give them a couple of days, I think it's important that they do that. I feel that they then come back fresher for it, and you know, hopefully we'll see the benefits of that on Saturday.
Yeah, and not only Saturday, it's going to get busier after that, isn't it? Because then we're back to Tuesday, Saturday. So in the long run, it could have some real benefits, couldn't it?
Yeah, straight away we've got Crewe obviously on Saturday at home, and then we travel to Walsall on Tuesday, and then Forest Green, and so on and so forth. So you know, it is a tough kind of period, and I think that rest or them 2 days off probably came at the right time. If you'd have asked me that question when it was first cancelled, I wanted to carry on playing, obviously, because we had good momentum, but we take the positives from it, and the positives are that the players have had, you know, a couple of days where they've gone home and seen their families and had some much needed rest.
Cool. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks. I'm not going to linger on too long, but on Tuesday night, Scott, you had some quite strong words afterwards. How do you handle that in the following days? Is it a big speech, or is it speaking to players individually, or is it just moving on as soon as you can?
Well, we speak to players all the time, you know. I think the thing why I became frustrated more so was because I felt that we create an environment here that it's okay to not play well. It is okay not to play well. It is okay to make mistakes. But what we can't afford to do is to have players not working hard and running, and that's where I felt that we fell down a little bit on Tuesday night, and I can't accept that, and I won't accept it, and the players know that. And you know, whilst we want to move on quickly from a poor performance, we always have to, you know, analyse it to a certain degree, and speak to players about their performances and about how they prepared and how they felt that the night went for them. I think that's important. But like I say, we want to create an environment that the players feel comfortable in, a learning environment, and one that they're allowed to make mistakes in. No problem at all. I'm happy for players, especially the way we play. You know, we're asking a lot of them and a lot of risk at times, you know. And it's fine to make mistakes, but what is not fine is not to run and work hard. And I saw that a little bit too often on Tuesday night. I think that was the upsetting factor for me.
Yeah. And just any update on Harry and Addy from Tuesday?
Yeah, so Harry, first thought, we thought that maybe Addy was probably worse than Harry, and Harry's ended up being worse than Addy. Okay. So sad for him. There's no ligament damage, so it's not as bad as first thought. but he will be a considerable amount of time before he's back. Not loads of weeks, but probably some. And Addy, we originally thought it might have been a damage to his knee. There's no damage to his knee, but his ankle felt sore as well. Again, he potentially could be ready for the weekend, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Excellent. And talking of Crewe, you said that looking at their previous games, they played a back three, a back four. How hard is it to prepare for a team like that when you don't know exactly how they're going to set up?
Well, we're kind of used to it. You know, a lot of teams change from week to week anyway, so we get used to that. And because of the way we play, a lot of teams do change because of us, which is a compliment. So we do concentrate a lot on ourselves and a lot of what we've got to do with the ball. But it is what it is, you know. We'll prepare accordingly. We'll prepare to press against a back three. We'll prepare to how we adopt against a back four. You know, the players will know exactly what they're doing. And really speaking, before the game, before the warm-ups even started, we'll know what they're doing through their team sheet, I would think. And then once the team sheet goes in, we'll get prepared in the dressing room and kind of explain a few things just to make sure that we're fully aware of what we're doing.
And they look like they score goals from everywhere. Mickey Dimitri, who's got 5 goals, I think, already this year. Obviously, I assume that's set pieces and that, so you've been working hard on those this week? Yeah,
we will do more so tomorrow. But yeah, Mickey's somebody we really liked in the summer. He was kind of one of our targets. I'm not going to hide that. Yeah. You know, he's a good player. He can do everything. He can pass it. He can play. You know, he can defend. He's got the long throw. But no, he's a good player for them. And of course a threat with the long throw. But yeah, no, they score goals from all different kind of positions and areas of the pitch. Got some good players, good attacking threats. And we know that it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah. And injury-wise, obviously Adam Campbell will be out. Any other news?
No, apart from the 2 that we've just mentioned. Adam Campbell's a no for sure. And Gladwin is a potential doubt.
Right, okay. Thank you, Scott.
Laurence, thank you for joining us. An exciting game to look forward to this weekend against Crewe. Can I just get your thoughts as we prepare for that one?
Yeah, really looking forward to it, obviously. Been disappointed by losing back-to-back games in the league, and it's a great game for us to bounce back in, and we've done a lot of preparation for it over the last couple of weeks. We've had no game at the weekend, and yeah, we'll be more than ready to go into it.
Yeah, more than ready, and as the gaffer's just touched on his pre-match, they weren't necessarily bad performances in those games. Obviously disappointing to not come away with any points, but you know, for large parts of the games we were on top, weren't we?
Yeah, massively. Obviously the gaffer reiterates about performances. Performances will turn into results, and looking at the Wrexham game, I felt like we was really good with the ball and without the ball, and it was just one of them games where we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net, and we deserved a lot more than what we got, whether it was 1 point, but we as a team felt like we should have come away with 3 points. So now it's time for us to bounce back on Saturday and hopefully get back up and running in the league, and 3 points is massive for us.
Yeah, and Crewe have had a great start to the league, but we've proved many times this season that we're also one of the better teams in this league, and you know, we do put in some good performances against those sort of sides. So I suppose the lads must be really looking forward to getting back in league action, as you say, just look to try and get back to winning ways.
Yeah, big credit to Crewe. Obviously they're having a really good season as well, just like ourselves, but it's all focus on ourselves to go into the game. We've been working on us, a little bit on them, but mainly about us, and hopefully bouncing back and getting the 3 points that we feel like we need.
Yeah, and from a personal perspective, obviously it's been a while since we've spoke to you, obviously after that Stockport game, but how have you been finding it so far? Have you been enjoying life at Crawley?
Yeah, loving it. Settled in really well. Obviously I've been here now about 6 weeks, so yeah, it's been really positive. The lads have been great, obviously the staff as well, so yeah, I'm really enjoying it, and hopefully it can carry on.
Yeah, I mean, we've had, you know, some of our fair share of luck over the years with injuries and stuff like that, but it looks like we're building, you know, like a really strong back three at the moment, and obviously the wing backs as well, and we've had, you know, touch wood, we've had a lot of good luck with those injuries in the back line. So how's it been playing alongside Dion and Will as well?
Yeah, brilliant. Obviously Dion's experienced at this level, he knows what he's doing, he's brilliant in that middle of the back three. He's a good organiser as well, so yeah, I've really enjoyed playing with him. He's really calm on the ball, which helps us as a team. He sets us up and gets us on the front foot. So yeah, Dion's a great player. So yeah, it's a benefit for me, and it's a good experience for me to play next to him. and also obviously Will on the other side. He's very similar to myself in terms of wants to play with the ball, stepping in with the ball, but also can defend brilliant as well. So yeah, hopefully we can keep that going.
Cool. Thanks. Hi Laurence. Yeah, you seem to have fitted in seamlessly here. What do you put that down to?
Obviously the lads. It's one of them clubs that you've just come in and I've settled in really, really well, and also the staff and the people around the ground. They've been really helpful, people behind the scenes, and yeah, I just feel like I've settled in really well. Got my head down on the pitch, and my performances I hopefully have been good enough to keep myself in the side, and now hoping to carry on and keep going.
Yeah, and you must be pleased to be getting a couple of goals as well in there.
Yeah, definitely. It's one thing that I try and get as many as I can throughout the season. I set targets, so obviously to get a couple early on in my career here is good, but obviously I want to get more, and I'll keep working behind the scenes to get more, and working with the coaches from set players on the training ground.
And can you talk about how Scott is helping you develop as a player as well? Because every player I've spoken to just sings so highly of Scott. What is it about Scott that helps you develop?
He's brilliant. He's a really, really good coach. Everything goes on the training pitch, and as you can see in the games on a Saturday, everything that goes on on the training ground comes into the games, and you can see that in our performances. He's a great coach, but also obviously he's got Larry and Daisy as well, who was working really, really well with us as well. So yeah, it's a good set of staff and good set of players. So yeah, we just need to keep going now.
Yeah. And obviously you're here initially till January. If there was an opportunity to stay longer, would you?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, it's something that will probably get spoke about over the next coming months, weeks, because it will fly by, and it's something that will. But first things first for me is I'm just keeping my head down, keep playing games, and hopefully get this club where we think it can go.
Yeah. And can you give us a little insight how it works with Chesterfield? Are you communicating with them each week, or is it just as it goes?
You know, it's just as it goes, really.
Yeah.
Obviously, though, I'm sure they'll be looking on, seeing how I'm doing, and I know they've spoke to Daisy a few times. So yeah, it's just for me, but personally, I just want to keep going, keep playing as many games as possible, and see where it takes us.
Yeah, and they got quite a good draw in the FA Cup, didn't they? Portsmouth at home, wasn't it?
Yeah, great draw for them. Obviously, it's a club what they'll like to play against. So obviously, there's a few players there who used to be at Portsmouth as well. So I'm sure that's a good draw for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm looking at Crewe on Saturday. How tough a challenge is that going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be really tough. But we've had a couple of weeks on the training pitch with no game on Saturday, and it's only benefiting us as well. So yeah, a couple of weeks on the training pitch, we're ready to go. There'll be a few little touch-ups tomorrow, on Friday before the game. But now we feel like we're going into the game on the back of a good week's training, and we'll be ready to go there and hopefully get 3 points.